Swadika! Hello and welcome to the second stop of the 2016 Audi R8 LMS Cup. The Cup makes its debut here in Thailand. Currently, Swiss driver Rahul Frey leads the championship and is pursued by two young rising stars, Martin Raum and Alessio Picariello.
Here we go. Look at them now. This is close racing of the best you'll see. Alessio's forcing the issue. Oh no, the Belgians bashed the Malaysian. There's debris everywhere. Oh, he's spinning around like a carousel there. And Raum's happy, his first ever win in the Audi R8 LMS Cup. Oh, Alessio just put one on Marchely there. Marchely fights back, he's having none of this. Here they come down the boulevard of broken dreams. And Alessio is driving there, he's on the edge of glory. And the Swiss Miss takes the honours at Shanghai.
The 2012 Cup's winner Marchely, who already won here for Audi with the GT Asia Series, talking us through the circuit later in the show. We'll take a look at KCMG, one of 3 service teams this year. But first of all, let's check out what the drivers have to say about the new Audi R8 LMS GT3 car.
At first, the difference is you basically feel like you're sitting in a fancy new toy. Right? And then you get out of the pit lane and then you can straight away feel that you're in a lighter car. It's a bit different in many ways. Cornering for one, the car is a lot more precise, it's a lot sharper, braking's a bit better. It reacts much faster to what you want to do. It's like a proper racing car. They've really improved it in many ways. There's more traction even. It did take me a while in Shanghai to get the hang of it because I just got so settled into the previous car, where the driving style was a bit more laid back. Just getting into this driving style took a little while, but now I think I'm used to it.
The new car, it's faster, so you have to be really brave, especially in quick corners, to use the aerodynamic, to stay on the power, to stay on the throttle, not to lift, because when you lift, you can lose the airflow, you can lose the aerodynamic, the car can get unstable. So this is for me the main difference compared to the new R8 LMS. You have to be more precise as a driver. You have to use the better performance of the car. You have to brake lighter. You have to use the aerodynamic. So you have to drive the car more on the edge, definitely. And this makes it really interesting because there is no room for mistakes. It's really about driver performance. So you have to push from the beginning, from the start till the end. Now you just have to race, and I really like it.
Marchely.
I think it would be Tom Cruise.
Rowan Atkinson.
Rowan Atkinson.
Keira Knightley.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I think Brad Pitt, because he's good looking, girls loves him, so must be okay.
Welcome to Thailand. This is Audi LMS Cup in Thailand round. I win here last month in GT Asia for Audi. I know this track pretty well. So let me show you some key points on the circuit. This is the corner 1 in Buriram. This corner, in my opinion, is very difficult and tricky. You cannot brake too late because you will miss the corner if you lose your photo. It's a long straight ahead.
This corner sets you up for a good lap. You can't brake too late. You miss the apex, you take a lot of curb here. You can see all the black marks through the corner. You've got to take a lot of curb, but not too much, because you can't let the car swing out too wide. But if you don't get it right, you really lose speed down the straight.
This is corner 4, and it's a very high-speed corner. You arrive here around 210 around, and then you no need to brake, and then you just go in the corner. You need a lot of guts to go through this corner, so it's a tough one.
You can make up a lot of time into the braking area, but you've got to carry speed. You're hitting around 2.3 lateral Gs, so it's a high pressure corner on the driver. For me, it's the most fun corner on the circuit because when you get it right, it feels very, very good. This is where the really technical part of the circuit really kicks off. You have to be a little bit patient on the throttle coming out of 6, get in the right gear, and you've got to attack this corner really, really hard because you've got to get that second apex. It's a double right. You've got to be really carrying as much speed through there as you can to be set up right for the next corner.
For different drivers, they use different lines. Some people more attacking the first apex and some people using second apex.
You need a very stable car through here.
Yes.
If you get too nervous through the corner and through the exit, then you will lose the momentum through to the next corner in turn 8.
Welcome to Chang International Circuit in Buriram for the very first race of the Audi R8 LMS Cup. We saw it earlier, Alessio Picariello takes pole in Super Pole to start from P1. Alongside Marchi Lee, then it's Alex Jung, Rio Ogawa, Jan Kishel, Frankie Cheng and Aditya Patel. KOU's probably back a little bit further than we would have expected. Alongside him, the veteran Jeffrey Lee, then Buriram Bhakti, Vincent Florendo, Daniel Bilski and Sun Jingzhu. Getting ready for a rolling start, of course. That's the way we start the first race of a race weekend, and it's Marchi Lee who has the outside run. Can he outbrake the young Belgian? No! It looks like Picariello's going to take that position back in the inside run down to turn 3. And he's taking the reigning champion, Alex Jung, with him. Can they freight train their way up the inside of the double duction car? It looks like he's taken that position away, Alex Jung. Now he's going to try and go one better and go around the outside of the young Belgian. Contact! More contact further back. On board now with Marchi Lee. You can see as Alex Jung tries to come along the outside, and he's done it. He's managed to just put the young Belgian offline, and he's got better drive on the run down to turn 4. So it's Alex Jung, Alessio Picariello and Marchi Lee, the first 3 through the opening stanza of this race. Marchi's not finished. He's looking for that inside run. Alessio had his eyes on. He looked and he could see what was coming. You're not going to go around the outside there, Marchi Lee. Now that's opened the door for KCMG's Rio Ogawa on his debut with the team. A little bit of aggression there from the 2012 champion as Ogawa goes up the inside and takes the position away. Frustration for Marchi Lee. First into turn 1 on the opening lap. He's now P4. This is on board with Marchi Lee. He's trying to go around the outside there of Picariello, and that's put him too far off the circuit, and then he's come under fire then from Ogawa on the run down to turn 1. Oh, what's this? This is the round 1 winner in Shanghai, Martin Rump, the young Estonian. What's happened? We're on board with him. He's had a tap from the outside, thrown him onto the grass sideways, heading towards the barriers. Oh, contact. That's a great level of frustration. He's doing a fantastic job. Earlier in the weekend, had to start further back after Super Pole. No such dramas for the number 1 car. Oh, have a look at Picariello. He's really throwing the car around. He's got it by the scruff of the neck and driving on the absolute edge, trying to catch the reigning champion. So it's Jung, it's Picariello, and it's Martin Rump in pit lane. That's frustration for him. Didn't seem to be a lot of damage on the front of the car. Now this is the battle for the AM Cup. Jeffrey Lee around the outside into turn 1 of Vincent Florendo. Great move there by the J-Fly Racing driver. Rahel Frey, she had a drama in Superpole, of course, missed it for the first time this year, and she's having to work her way back through the field as we see Marchi Lee now monstering Rio Ogawa, and he looks like he's pulled it off down at turn 3. Aggression as we've come to expect from the 2012 Cup champion. Let's ride on board. He's just feinted to the left. Ogawa's moved across a little bit to protect, and Marchi's gone up the inside. Phoenix Racing Asia team watching on as now Jan Kishiel, Ogawa's teammate's going to try and pull a similar move on Aditya Patel, and he's done it and he's through. No contact this time, but he takes the position away. KOU behind, and then Rahel Frey in that very vibrant green Castrol car. So she now does a feint on KOU. She went left and then pulled right, took the apex at turn 2 and has taken position 9 away. Up front though, this is for the race lead. Looks like Piccirillo's been able to conserve his tyres to mount a last breath comeback in the final stages of this race. Has a look at the inside there of Alex Young. But Alex Young knows how to drive a very wide Audi R8. He's won 17 of these races over the last 5 seasons, and this is the reason he is a 2-time Audi R8 LMS Cup champion. And Alessio Piccirillo's getting an absolute schooling in how to drive these cars competitively, and there he is. He has to settle for position 2, but a great result for the young Belgian. Marchi Lee across the line in position 3 from Rio Ogawa, and a brilliant drive by Frankie Cheng to come back for 5th place.
Really struggling towards the end, and I had to be very careful, mistake-free, had to defend at the right moments because he was very quick at the end. But I tell you what, first win of the year, I'm really damn happy.
I was quite much faster in the end compared to Alex, so it was a bit disappointing, but yeah, it's good points and it's damage limited.
Very proud reigning champion Alex Young takes the top step of the podium from Alessio Piccirillo, Marchi Lee, and it's Rio Ogawa and Frankie Cheng, Jan Kishiel, Aditya Patel, Rahel Frey, KOU and Jeffrey Lee. Rounding out the field, Vincent Florendo, second in the AM Cup from Daniel Bilski, who takes the top points for the Masters Cup. Sunjing Zhu, Rick Yoon, Martin Rump, Alex Au and Buriram Bhakti.
New to the Cup this year is the introduction of service teams, with KCMG, Phoenix Racing and Absolute Racing each responsible for a number of cars on the grid. In a one-make series, of course, all the cars are identical, but there are certain elements that each team can adjust in order to find that extra edge.
We have a baseline setup that it's on the cars, and then at each event we have to manipulate the setup a little bit to suit the conditions, to suit the circuit.
For sure, an important point is about tires. It's the part that is in contact with the ground, so we need to play with pressure. Chassis-wise, we can play with the ride height, so going up and down. We can play with all the geometry of the wheel, so camber and toe. We can also play with different wing at the back.
Our engineer is very familiar with the car from working in Europe in 24-hour races.
With that experience added to the team's existing knowledge of the World Endurance Championship and a win in the LMP2 class at Le Mans last year, the Hong Kong-based outfit is bringing a wealth of international experience back to Asia, ensuring that all 3 of the cars on the grid here are extremely competitive.
A tough competition between the teams, but also a healthy rivalry, and we try and help each other as much as possible, but we also want to beat each other on the track.
To be dominant, we need to still push hard. We need to motivate the drivers. We need to get good results. We need to work all together as a big team.
We want to be fighting for race wins at every event and ultimately the series title.
Since the last race in Shanghai, 3 of the Cup's regular drivers took part in the legendary Nürburgring 24 Hours race in Germany for the 2nd straight year. Let's see how they got on.
We finished 12th last year, and actually I think P10 is possible.
And there was a 3 car in front of me that I saw they were in the wall. It was a difficult moment, but luckily that we are here. Yeah.
can't go full throttle because you have to guess where's the other car.
I put 2 wheels on the grass at the exit, about 200 kilometers per hour, lost it, spun round, hit the barrier. Obviously gutted, you know, really, really gutted.
Malaysia's Alex Yoong in the number 1 car is one of 14 different nationalities represented on the grid. He'll start from 3rd behind Estonia's Martin Rump and Polish star Jan Kischel, who set the 2 fastest laps in the opening race to claim a front row start for round 4. AM Cup winner in round 3, Jeffrey Lee, will start from position 11 alongside Sun Jing Zhu, ahead of Vincent Florendo, Daniel Bielski, Rick Yoon, Alex Au and Buriram Bhakti. Standing start for round 4 of the championship. Martin Rump on right of screen, left of screen. Jan Kischel, the 2015 TT Cup champion. And it's Martin Rump who's going to lead the field into turn 1. Brilliant start. Behind him, the battle between Picciarello and Alex Yoong continues. The long run down to turn 3, and Martin Rump has that position nicely covered. But it looks like we've got through cleanly this time. No dramas further back, as you see Picciarello continue to hold out Alex Yoong. Now let's go on board with Rahul Frey from the 5th row. You can see the traction control as the cars gain grip and fire down to turn number 1. Very fast opening turn. It's Frankie Cheng on right of screen, Aditya Patel on the left of screen, trying to keep out of trouble. Very wide line through turn 1. Martin Rump continues to lead. Picciarello, he's going to make a move. He's taken a move on Kischel. That's a big move down at turn 6 to take that position away so early in the race. He knew he had to do it when he was on colder tyres and take a position when the field was bunched up, and he's done just that. Now Marchi Lee is looking for a position on his teammate, right up under the rear wing of the number 1 Tita car. Very wide for Aditya Patel, further back in the field. Looks like a little bit of damage to the right front too of Rahul Frey. That's unusual to see for the Swiss Castrol driver. We'll keep a close eye on that as Marchi Lee again closes in on the tail of his teammate. Now remember, by virtue of winning round 3, Alex Yoong is carrying an additional 50 kilograms of weight. One area that is a big nuisance is under brakes, as we see on board from Alex's car. That is his teammate Marchi Lee diving up the inside to take away position 4. Can he get position number 3 now from Jan Kischel? He'll be square in his sights immediately in front of him, and he'll be looking to try and make up another position. Got the lights flashing, trying to apply maximum pressure. Now here's Rahul Frey. See the damage on the right front of the car. And we missed that off the start. It's likely that's where it happened. Now we're on board with it. Let's see what happened. Up the inside and into the left rear of Aditya Patel. That's frustration for both of them. Now, she's got to be very careful that the stewards don't look at that and issue her with a drive-through penalty. Still managing to hang on, though. The Swiss miss onto the tail there of Rio Ogawa, who's immediately behind the 2-time Cup champion, an 18-time winner now of the Audi R8 LMS Cup in his 49 starts. Up front, though, one of the future stars of the Cup, Martin Rump, the Estonian, making up for the disappointment of yesterday. There's some more disappointment for Aditya Patel. He hasn't had the greatest of weekends here on his debut at Buriram. Alessio Picciarello been a very, very astute and clever drive. And as we see, knock knock, it's KOU here, and I'm coming through Jeffrey Lee. Thank you very much. That is for position. Not sure it's a popular move down there in the Absolute Racing pits, but for Absolute Racing, here is their Masters Cup leader. He has victory under his belt for round 3, and Daniel Bielski, of course, is the reigning AM Cup champion. Up front, this is a move from Rio Ogawa on Alex Yoong. And if there's one thing we saw in round 3 with Alessio Picciarello putting maximum pressure on the Malaysian master, as we see the last lap board, Alex Yoong is not going to be easy for Ogawa to get around. Flashing the lights, Martin Rump is coming up on the tail of Sun Jing Zhu, wants to get around him and has done so. This is the final lap. Everything has played out perfectly for the young Estonian champion driver. This would be his 2nd victory of the 2016 Audi R8 LMS Cup. And there it is, checkered flag time, and a brilliant result, maximum points for him, and he will be very happy. Alessio Picciarello, a brilliant drive despite carrying 35 kilos of success ballast, will take position number 2. Jan Kischel claims 3rd, a fantastic round for the young Polish star, who's quickly adapted to the rear-wheel drive V10 R8 Audi after dominating the front-wheel drive Audi TT Cup in 2015. His result puts the 3 youngest drivers on the grid on the podium for round 4 at Buriram.
Today was the best that it could be, and well, after an unfortunate yesterday, I think we bounced back as we supposed to. So I think it's looking strong for the next round as well.
This race is for me like a victory, not like yesterday. You know, I was starting P4 with 35 kg in middle of people without any weight, and I managed to take 2 positions and take the lead at the championship.
And there you have it, second victory for Martin Rump in the 2016 Audi R8 LMS Cup. And it's Alessio Picciarello, a second for the Buriram weekend. Jan Kischel and Marchi Lee, Alex Jung, Rio Agara, Frankie Cheng and Jeffrey Lee. And it's Buriram Bhakti, a good recovery from a DNF in round 3 from KOU, Daniel Bilski, Sunjing Zhu, Aditya Patel, Rick Yoon and Vincent Florendo. By virtue of his fantastic consistency this season, Picciarello sits on top of the point standings from Alex Jung, Martin Rump, a great recovery, Marchi Lee, Rahel Frey and Jan Kischel round out the top 6. And in the AM Cup classification, it's Jeffrey Lee from Sunjing Zhu and Johnson Huang. And in Masters Cup, Daniel Bilski's victory gives him the lead from Kevin Chen and Rick Yoon.
Wins here in Thailand for Alex Jung and Martin Rump, but the consistency of 2 second-place finishes has taken Alessio Picciarello to the top of the driver's standings. Next up, we'll be heading to Malaysia. Hope to see you very soon. Goodbye from Thailand.